I'm Amy, this is the Opinionated Woman, and today we're getting personal. Where are my notes? So, I've been having a crap week. Like, if you guys don't know yet, if you don't read my blog, but I'm bipolar. So, I've been having a lot of dips this week. And I was thinking about making a video about it, and then I saw this girl I follow on Instagram. Her name is Damsel. It's at Dudes with Damsel. I'll put it here at Dude It's Damsel because she's pretty cool. But she recently just had emergency open heart surgery because she had a stress-induced heart attack, and she's young. She's like in her 30s. And she was perfectly healthy and everything. She's like a yoga queen. So it made me realize this is something that's like quite important that I need to talk about. So before, when I used to work as a chef, this sounds bad. I would wake up and I'd feel dead inside, like I have today. But there was nothing I could do about it. I had to go to work. I had to make money, you know? So I was also, I'm fine. I was also a head pastry chef, so I was in charge of people. Like, people had to come to me on a constant basis and ask me stuff, not just my staff in my department, but in the other departments as well. Because I was one of the, you know, like the 4 HODs. So a lot of people used to come to me, and I have social anxiety. I really struggle dealing with people, especially in an environment where I don't feel safe and I don't feel seen. I was always the weird one. I was always the freak, because I have tattoos, and what would my husband say? I wasn't even out then yet, but they would say homophobic things constantly. But even if everyone else at work was being perfectly fine, it wouldn't always mean that I was doing okay. I'm just gonna do this super casual. Like, I used to go into the bathrooms at work and just cry and cry and cry, and for as long as it would take for like me to go to the bathroom. And then luckily I had allergies that I can blame it on, so I'd go into the kitchen and immediately start pretend sneezing, obviously like into my elbow, because that's how we do in the food industry. And I would pretend that I hadn't been crying, but I had been crying because I'm bipolar, and it's a hard thing to deal with. Are you actually crying? Seriously? Anyway, so I left that industry. My psychiatrist pretty much said, like, this industry isn't for you. So I was like, right, you know what, I'm just gonna go, like, with my OT helping me, I was like, cool, I'm gonna go freelance. I'm just gonna take that high pressure out of my life and take control over it, you know? So that has definitely helped. That has definitely helped a lot. And I mean, my mental health, I maintain all the time. Like, it is a constant, everyday thing. I wake up in the morning, I read my book for an hour in the sun to get my vitamin D and to start off the day calmly. And I work out 5 to 6 times a week because I need it. I need those endorphins. Like, my body doesn't make enough happy for me to like handle. So exercise is really important. And then every evening I read before I go to bed, so I'm away from screens. And then I meditate, and then I get stress dreams. like sometimes that works so well. And obviously I'm highly medicated. Sometimes that shit works, and sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes I wake up feeling like this, and I think more people suffer with shit like this than speak about it. And I think more people need to talk about these things, because no one should be in their work bathroom crying their eyes out because they can't get through the day. I mean, geez, I was taking my emergency pills on the daily. They're emergency pills. They're meant to be for emergencies, not for just getting through my, how long was my shift? 11-hour workday. I had that one job and a 14-hour workday at my other. So I was interviewed recently for an article to give the perspective of someone that's living with mental illness. I'll link it in the doobly-doo. I look jack when I do that. Yeah. They're still working out, is doing something. And they said, what is the thing that you struggle with in everyday life that when it comes to your mental health? And I said to her, you know what, before I would have said it was dealing with people, because dealing with people at work was so hard for me. It's so hard. Like, dealing with people in general, like, I have social anxiety, hardcore social anxiety, and I was emotionally abused for 5.5 years. So it's very, and bipolar means that you have really intense emotions, you have really intense feelings, and you can't always control them, even though you try your hardest. And it's no excuse for being a dick, but it's something I do have to work on. So I said to that lady that, yeah, it would have been dealing with people, but now it's finding the balance between fighting and not letting it win, and self-care. Because me pushing through working, even though my client, like literally my client that I'm working for right now is in Nepal. He doesn't know what I'm doing. He hasn't even given me a deadline. He was just like, keep working at the pace you're working at, it's fine. Like, literally all the pressure I'm putting on myself, it's me putting it on myself. And finding that balance for me, when you're dealing with working in any situation, but especially freelancing in this situation, because oh my god, I'm so grateful for the fact that I'm freelancing right now and not having to deal with people on a regular basis, especially during the pandemic, because I would have had to deal with a lot of people on a regular basis, and that would have triggered me really hardcore, because I would have been like, who of these strangers that are in this restaurant, all these people that I work with, could possibly infect me? And that would freak me the fuck out. So I'm so grateful that I don't have to deal with that, but now I have to deal with me. And even though now I have a lot more self-esteem, well, I have a self-esteem, I didn't have one of those before, now I need to find the balance between pushing through and not letting it get the better of me, and actually realizing, like, Emmy, you need to take a break. Like, you need to take it slow. You need to give your brain a little bit of a rest, because I've had a couple of dips this week. Like, Monday was bad. Yeah, Monday was bad. So it's not as if I've had the greatest week. It's Friday now. I was supposed to work a bit on the weekend, and I just been thinking about it, and I'm like, no. I refuse. Like, that is going to be my self-care right now, because right now I'm realizing that I need to do something for me now. I can't just keep pushing through all the time and thinking it's going to be fine, and then I get this guilt. You should be working, you're lazy. You're so lazy, oh my god, I can't believe you're just not working, you're just watching YouTube, you fucking lazy bitch. And it's something that I need to harness, because especially in my field, I'm a freelance writer and a blogger. So it's a creative field. You can't just turn the tap on, you know? I think I was watching one of Tiffany Ferg's videos recently, and she was talking about how she's always she works in bursts, so she's always felt lazy because she doesn't work that like solid 9 to 5. she's a burst worker. And I'm like, oh shit, bitch, me too. Like, give me a set time and I will be checking that clock the whole time. Give me a task that I need to do and I will do it no problem. Like, it's so much better for me. When you're in a creative field, you can't always just produce like that, because otherwise I'm going to produce cuck that no one wants to read, like in any circumstance, whether it be for a client or for me. So basically, I just wanted to come on here and make a video as unedited as I can possibly keep it, so that it's real, even if there's crying. God. Am I one of those people that cries on the internet now? Am I? These are real tears. I'm not doing a Laura Lee. Anyway, basically, the whole purpose of making this video was to firstly convince myself that it is okay to give myself a break. It is okay for me to go downstairs when I finish now and to look at my schedule, restructure it, and to give myself a breather. That is okay. It is okay for me to do that, and I am privileged to be able to do that, so I can take advantage of it without feeling guilty. And secondly, I wanted anybody who's in the same sort of situation, anybody who's dealing with mental health issues at work, or like in any circumstance. I mean, fuck, this pandemic has messed up everybody's working environments. If you're an outgoing person, I know my ex-girlfriend, she's very, very outgoing person, and not having people around her, like in her workplace and stuff like that, it messed her up. It like really, really put her in a bad place. And for me, the opposite is true, but this pandemic has thrown everything out the window. And if you have existing mental issues, that's just yet another factor that you have to add on. And I just wanted to come on here to convince me and to convince you, that it is okay to give yourself a break. It is okay to put you first. You are the main character in your life. Like, literally, you are the person you need to put first every single time. And that is something that I need to freaking tell myself so often, that I am the most important person and I need to be kind to me. Because I'm sick. Come on, I'm cool. Like, I've got through a lot. And I think I'm a kind person, and I think I'm deserving of love, even though it's hard for me to say. Stop crying on the internet, you emotional bit. No, it's okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm bipolar. The Urban Dictionary definition of bipolar should be one emotional bitch. And it's okay. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to not feel okay. And it's okay to put yourself over work, because people say that stupid saying. I fucking hate it. If you love your work, you won't work a day in your life. That's a fucking lie. Because one, your work shouldn't be your life. And two, everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a break, no matter how much you love your job. And if you love your job, that is so fucking cool. That is so cool. But you still need a break. You still need you time, you know? You still need to play your Xbox games into the night, or read your book, or take your dog to the beach, or just binge YouTube videos. Like, all of that is totally okay. Journaling. I journal all the fucking time. Like, it is okay for you to take time and do that yourself. And if people try and make you feel guilty about it, fuck them. Is that what I'm going to end this with? Is that my final message? Fuck them. It's on brand for me. But yeah, basically, be kind to yourself. Give yourself a break. Wear a fucking mask. And I'll see you next time.